Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Scrap here from the Mulehorn Gaming Crew, and it's that time of week again to see what Xur has for us in Xur's inventory. So, as always, we'll start off with his location. This week, Flashpoint's on Titan. So, Xur is on Titan, and he's at the rig, where he was last time he was on Titan. So, let's take a look at what we're really here for. What's he got? Okay, starting off with his exotic weapon, we have the Sweet Business Auto Rifle. With the exotic perk, Payday has a larger magazine and increases hipfire accuracy. This one, it's not a bad exotic. It's not a bad auto rifle. Business Time is the other perk on here that really makes it worth it. Holding down the trigger boosts this weapon's range and rate of fire, and automatically loads ammo pickups into the magazine. This is a really fun weapon to use in PvE. If you can get really good with pre-firing in Crucible, you could use it there for that. It definitely synergizes a lot with the Titan chest piece, which I cannot remember the name of, but I have it on me. The Actium War Rig, because that just constantly feeds ammo into it, and it feels like you're never reloading. It is a lot of fun to use in PvE. It can be used in PvP if you can get really good with timing it. If you don't have it, I recommend picking it up. It's just a fun weapon to use every once in a while. All right, next up is the Hunter Chest Armor, the Raiden Flux, with the exotic perk Synapse Junctions. Quick successive attacks with Arc Staff increases damage output and duration. If you run a lot of Arc Strider, this is a really good one to have because every time you're using your super and you're just taking out mobs and mobs of enemies, you're constantly increasing the duration of it. And, you're obviously going to see a much more return on the successive attacks, increasing the damage output and duration in PvE rather than in PvP, because with PvE, you're going to have those more mobs that you can go and take out. All right, next up, we've got the Doomfang Palindromes for the Titan, and they are some gauntlets. Their exotic perk, Horns of Doom, Shield Bash melee kills Recharge Shield Throw, and melee ability kills Recharge Sentinel Shield Super. This one is really, really good if you like throwing shields. So let's say you have, you're running the lower tree. I think it's the, I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. That's okay, but it lets you throw 2 shields. If you go use your 2 shields to hit a bunch of enemies, and then you go and you melee kill an enemy, you get those 2 shields back. Whereas if you're running the top tree, you only get the 1 shield. But again, you throw the shield, you kill an enemy, you can throw it again. So these are a lot of fun to use, especially if you're a Sentinel Titan. If not, obviously, it only works with Sentinel. So if you like to play Striker or Sunbreaker, these aren't going to work as well. But again, he has had these ones before. This is one of the exotics that you can pick as you're going through the game. If you don't have them, I recommend picking them up. But again, if you do, there's no point in picking them up from him unless you don't have it at the 270, in which case, then go ahead. And as far as the Raiden Flux, again, if you're playing a lot of Arc Strider, pick that one up. I don't play Arc Strider that much. I don't use it, and I like the Faux Tracer helmet the most. All right, last thing we've got is the Warlock Gauntlets Winter's Guile with the exotic perk Warlord Sigil. Eliminating enemies with melee attacks increases your melee damage. Really nice thing about this is it doesn't say melee abilities, it just says melee attacks. So if you're one of those warlocks that likes to run around and just constantly punch stuff or slap stuff from a distance, Winter's Guile is going to be really, really useful, and the upside is it's good for any subclass because it doesn't specifically say, void melee attacks or solar melee attacks. It just says melee attacks. Again, this is another one that there are better ones out there. Especially if you're trying to do something more specific with your warlock, depending on the subclass. But these are just, they're a decent all-around one. If you just want to run around in PvE and just slap stuff, that's where this is going to be more useful. And also, if you can manage to get that last hit in melee and PvP, that's going to increase the damage, which melees did take a bit of a hit, so you can't just, 2-slap someone and they're done. This one, I haven't tested it out, but you might be able to do that if you can get that first elimination one off the bat. So, but that is all that Xur's got for this week. Be sure that if you want to stay on top of all of our videos that we've got coming to the Mulehorn Gaming channel, be sure to ignite that subscribe button with your Light Guardians. And until next time, remember, when in doubt, blow it up.